the University of California, Santa Cruz, with support from the Dean of the Arts, Funds for Excellence, and U.S. Bank. After the show, the actors will come on stage and have a Q&A with you.
The actors are come hither. These are the best actors in the world.
Period.
For the law of writ and liberty, these are the only men. Give all that these bodies higher stage we place them here, and let me speak to the yet unknowing world of how these things came about. So shall you hear of
carnal, bloody, unnatural acts, accidental judgments,
Casual slaughters
of deaths put on by cunning and forced cause,
and purposes mistook, falling on the adventurous heads.
all this can I truly deliver.
Bear Hamlet like a soldier to the stage.
Oh, that this to solid flesh would melt, thaw and resolve into a dew, or the everlasting had not fixed his cannon against self-slaughter. Oh God, God, how you stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world.
So yet of Hamlet our dear brother's death in memory be grieved. So far hath discretion fought with nature that we with wisest sorrow think on him together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore our sometime sister, now our queen, the imperial jointress to this warlike state, have we as to her with a defeated joy, with mirth in funeral and with dirge in marriage, in equal scale weighing delight and dole taken to wife. For all our thanks. But now my cousin Hamlet and my son,
A little more than kin, and less than kind.
why is it that the clouds still hang on you?
Not so, my lord, I am too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy nighted color off, and let thine eye look like a friend on Denmark. Do not forever with thy veiled lids seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou knowest 'tis common, all that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity.
Aye, madam, it is common.
If it be, why seems it so particular with
Seems, madam. Nay, it is. I know not seems. 'Tis not alone my inky cloak, good mother, nor customary suits of solemn black, nor the fruitful river and the eye, nor the dejected behavior of the visage, together with all forms, moods, shapes of grief that can denote me truly, these indeed seem. For they are actions that a man might play. But I have that within which passeth show, these but the trappings and the suits of woe.
'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these mourning duties to your father, but you must know your father lost a father. That father lost his. And the survivor bound in filial obligation for some turn to do obsequious sorrow, but to persevere in obstinate condonement is a course of impious stubbornness. 'Tis unmanly grief. Tis a fault to heaven. We pray you, throw to earth this unprevailing woe and think of us as of a father. For let the world take note, you are the most immediate to our throne.
I shall in all my best obey you.
Why, 'tis a loving and a fair reply.
Doubt that the stars are fire. Doubt that the sun doth move.
extension.
So please you, father.
Between you, give me up the truth.
He hath, my lord, of late made many tenders of his affection to me.
Affection? You speak like a green girl. Do you believe his tenders, as you call them?
I do not know what I should think.
For Hamlet and the trifling of his favor, hold it a violet in the youth of primary nature, the perfume and suppliance of a minute, no more.
No more but so, dear brother.
Think it no more. Perhaps he loves you now, but wait loss your honor may sustain, if with too credent ears you list his songs, or lose your heart, or your chaste treasure open to his unmastered importunity of guilt. Ophelia, fear it, my dear sister.
But he hath importuned me with love, in honorable fashion, and hath given countenance to his speech with almost all the holy vows of heaven.
Aye, springe as a catch woodcocks. These blazes are, you must not take them for fun.
Ophelia, do not believe his vows.
Oh, not plain terms this time forth, like you so slander among the niches and give words of talk to the Lord Hamlet. Look to it, I charge you, come your ways.
I shall obey, my lord.
Hail to your lordship! Horatio!
Oh, my lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
I pray thee, do not mock me, fellow student. I think it was to see my mother's wedding.
Indeed, my lord, his father hard upon.
Thrift, Horatio. The funeral baked meats did coldly furnish forth the marriage tables. Would I had met my dearest foe in heaven, or ever I had seen the day. My father. Methinks I see my father.
Where, my lord?
In my mind's eye, Horatio.
My lord, I think I saw him yesternight.
Saw? Who?
My lord, the king, your father.
The king, my father.
Seizing your admiration for a while, and calls away the hour where the spirit helped his lord to walk. Look, my lord, it comes!
Angels and ministers of grace to victim! I am not here.
I'm thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, until the foul crimes done in thy days of nature are burnt and purged away. List! List, oh, list! If thou didst ever thy dear father love, revenge his foul and most unnatural murder.
Shakespeare To Go, that I with wings as swift as meditation, or the thoughts of love may sweep to my revenge.
I find thee apt. Now Hamlet, he. 'Tis given out that sleeping in my orchard a serpent stung me. But know thou, noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown.
Oh, prophetic soul, my uncle.
I, the adulterous beast! But brief let me be. Sleeping in my orchard upon my secure hour thy uncle stole, with juice of cursed heaven on in a vial, and in the porches of my ear did pour the leprous distillments. And in instant terror barked about, with vile and loathsome crust all my smooth body. Thus was I sleeping by a brother's hand. Of life, of crown, of queen at once dispatched, cut off even in the blossoms of my sin. Oh, horrible, horrible, most horrible. If thou hast nature in thee, bear it not. Let not the royal bed of Denmark be a couch for luxury and damned incest. That howsoever thou pursuest this act, take not thy mind. Fare thee well, Hamlet. Remember me.
Remember thee. I, that poor ghost, from the table of my memory, I'll wipe away all trivial fond records, and thy commandment alone shall live unmixed with baser matter, yet, by heaven. So, uncle, there you are. Not my word. Horatio, touching this vision here, give me one more request.
What is it, my lord?
Never make known what you have seen tonight.
My lord, I will not!
Nay, but swear it. Swear! Consent to swear. Never to speak of this that you have seen.
Swear! Oh, day and night, but this is wondrous strange!
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in our philosophy. But come, so help you mercy, how strange or odd soever I bear myself, as I perchance hereafter shall think meet to put an antic disposition on, that you, at such time seeing me, never shall note that you know aught of me. Swear!
Swear!
born to set it right.
What's the matter?
Oh, my lord, I've been so frightened.
With what in the name of God?
My lord, as I was sewing in my closet, Lord Hamlet, with his doublet all embraced, no hat upon his head, his stockings fouled, ungartered, down jived to his ankle, pale as his shirt, his knees knocking each other, and with a look so piteous in purport as if he had been loosed out of hell. To speak of horrors, he comes before me.
Mad for thy love?
My lord, I do not know, but truly I do fear it.
What said he?
He took me by the wrist and held me hard. Long stayed he so. At last, a little shaking of mine arm, he raised a sigh, so piteous and profound as it did seem to shatter all his bulk and end his being. That done, he lets me go, and with his head o'er his shoulder turned, he seemed to find his way without his eyes. For out of doors he went without their helps, and to the last, bended their light on me.
This is the very ecstasy of love. Have you given him any hard words of late?
No, my good lord, but as you did command, I did repel his letters and deny his access to me.
That hath made him mad. I'm sorry that better heed in judgment I had not quoted him. I fear he did but trifle and meant to wreck me. Come, go ye to the king. This must be known.
He tells me, dear Gertrude, he hath found the head and source of all your son's distemper.
I doubt it is no other but the main, his father's death, and our hasty marriage.
Well, we shall sift him.
I do think that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Speak of that do I long to hear.
My liege and madam, to expostulate what majesty should be, what duty is, why day is day, night, and time is time, we're nothing more than a waste night, day, and time. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit, I will be brief. You don't understand. Man call I am to find true madness, what else is it but to be nothing else but mad?
More matter with less art.
Oh, madame, I swear I use no art at all. That he is mad, 'tis true, 'tis pity, and pity, 'tis true, a foolish figure. But farewell, probably use no art. But pen, I have a daughter, who in her duty and obedience Mark hath given me this now, gather and surmise. To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified of it, that's a ill phrase. Vile, beautified is a vile phrase, but you shall hear thus, in her excellence, white bosom. These,
Hamlet to her.
good madam, this in obedience hath my daughter shown me, and more above hath his solicitude.
But how has she received his love?
What do you think?
As of a man faithful and honorable.
I would fain prove so. To my mistress, thus I didn't speak, Lord Hamlet is a prince. Out of my star, this must not be. And then I precepts gave her that she should lock herself from his resort, admit no messengers, receive no tokens, which done should the fruits of my advice and he repulse the short way of me. Come to a sadness, then to a fast, then to a watch, then to a likeness, then to a weakness, and by this depression, and to the madness, where now he reigns.
Do you think 'tis this?
Hath there fain been a time when I positively said, 'tis so, and it proved otherwise?
Not that I know.
Take this from this, if this be otherwise.
How may we try it further?
You know, sometimes he walks together 4 hours here at the lobby. At such a time, I'll loose my daughter to him, and you and I behind the arras then mock the encounter.
We will try.
Look, our second.
I'm going to see you on the way. I'll board him presently. How does my good Lord Hamlet?
God have mercy!
What do you read, my lord?
Words.
What's the matter, my lord?
Between who?
I mean, sir, the matter I read.
Slander, sir. For the satirical rogue says here that old men have gray beards, that their faces are wrinkled, and that they have a plentiful lack of wit. All which, sir, though I most powerfully and potently believe, though I hold it not honesty to have thus set down, for yourself, sir, should be as old as I am, if like a crab you could go backward.
Though this be madness, yet there's a method in it. Will you walk out of the air, my lord?
Into my grave!
Indeed, that is out of the air. How pregnant sometimes the replies are. A happiness that madness often hits on. My honorable lord, I most humbly take my leave of you.
You cannot, sir, take from me anything that I will more willingly part with all. Except my life. Oh. Except my life. Except my life! These tedious old fools. Gonzago.
Aye, my lord.
We'll have it tomorrow night. You could, for a need, study a scene which I would set down and insert in it, could you not?
Aye, my lord.
Very well. We'll leave you till what? You are welcome to Elsinore. Now I'm alone. I've heard that guilty creatures sitting in a play have, by the very cunning of the scene, been struck so to the soul that pleasantly they have proclaimed their malefactions. I'll have these players play something like the murder of my father before mine uncle. I'll observe his looks. If he but blench, I know my course. The spirit that I have seen may be the devil. I'll have grounds more relative than this. The play's the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
Sweet queen, we have closely sent for Hamlet hither, that he swore by accident may hear of front Ophelia. Her father and myself, lawful espions, will so bestow ourselves on seeing, unseen we may gather by him as he's behaved, whether it be the affliction of his love or no, that thus he suffers for.
For your part, Ophelia, I do wish that your good beauties be the happy cause of Hamlet's wildness. So shall I hope your virtues will bring him to his wonted way again.
Madam, I wish it may.
Ophelia, walk you here. I hear him coming. Let us go, my lord.
To be or not to be.
Speak the speeches I pronounce until you tremble me on the tongue.
But if you mouth it, as many of your players do, I had as lief the town crier spoke my line.
Nor do not saw the air too much with your hand thus, but use all gently.
Oh, it offends me to the soul that your robustious, periwig-pated fellow tear a passion to tatters to very rag.
I would have such a fellow whipped in out Herod's Herod. Pray avoid it.
To be or not to be, that is the question.
Not you can neither, but let your own discretion be your tutor.
The action to the word to the action.
Witness special observance, that you o'erstep not the modesty of nature.
For anything so overdone is from the purpose of playing.
Whose end, both at the first and now, was and is.
To hold the mirror up to nature. To be or not to be. That is the question. Whether 'tis noble in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, and then to die. To sleep. To sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time when he himself might his quietus make with a bare-bawed king? But that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus, conscience does make cowards of us all. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph in thy orisons, be all my sins remembered.
Good my lord, how does your honor for this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well, well, well.
My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have long and longed to redeliver. I pray you now receive them.
No, not I. I never gave you aught.
My honored lord, you know right well you did. And with them words of so sweet breath composed as made the things more rich. Their perfume lost, take these again. For to the noble mind, rich gifts wax poor when givers prove unkind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord?
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
Truly, I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
I should not have believed you. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to another. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? honest. But yet I could accuse me of such things, as it were better my mother had not borne me. What? Should such fellows as I do, drawing between earth and heaven, we are errant knaves, all believe none of us go by ways to another. Where's your father?
At home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own house. Farewell!
Oh, help him, you sweet heaven!
Get thee to a nunnery! Go! Or if thou wilt needs marry a fool. For wise men know well enough what monsters you made of them to a nunnery. Go, and quickly to farewell.
Oh, heavenly powers, restore
Go to! Oh, no more on it. It hath made me mad. I say we will have no more marriages. Those that are married already, all of one shall live. The rest shall keep as they are to a nunnery. Go!
Oh, what a noble mind is here o'erthrown. And I, of ladies, most deject and wretched that sucked the honey of his music vows. Now see that noble and most sovereign reason, like sweet bells jangled out of tune and harsh, that unmatched form and feature of blown youth blasted with ecstasy. Oh, woe is me to have seen what I have seen. See what I see!
Come now, my lord, let the king hear this piece of work.
And the queen too, and that presently.
And bid the players make haste. Oh, Horatio!
Here, sweet lord, at your service.
Horatio, thou art e'en as just a man as e'er my conversation coped withal.
Oh, my dear lord.
Do not think I flatter. There's a play tonight before the king. Observe mine uncle. It is a culted guilt, do not itself unkennel in one speech. It is a damned ghost that we have seen. Give him heedful note, for I mine eyes will rivet to his face, and after we will both our judgments join.
Well, my lord.
They are coming to the play. We must be idle and get you a place.
How fares our cousin Hamlet?
Excellent, faith. But the comedian's dish, I eat the air. Promise, Graham. You cannot eat cake and so.
I have nothing with this answer, Hamlet. These words are not mine.
No, mine now. My lord, you played once at the university, you say.
That did I, and was accounted a good actor.
What did you enact?
I did enact Julius Caesar. I was killed in the capital. Brutus killed me.
It was a brute part of him to kill so capital a calf there. Be the players ready.
Aye, my lord. They stay upon your patience.
Come hither, my dear Hamlet, sit by me.
No, mother. Here's metal more attractive.
Oh, you mock that?
Lady, may I lie in your lap?
No, my lord.
I meant my head upon your lap.
Aye, my lord.
Did you think I meant country matters? If your thoughts lie between maid's legs.
What is, my lord?
Nothing.
You are married.
Oh, God! You're only jig maker. For what should man do but be merry? For look you how cheerfully my mother looks. And my father died within these 2 hours.
Nay, 'tis twice 2 months, my lord.
Oh, heavens. Died 2 months ago and not forgotten yet. Why, then there's hope. A great man's memory may outlive his life. Half a year.
For us and for our tragedy, here stooping to your clemency, we beg your hearing patiently.
Is this the prologue or the posy of a ring?
'Tis brief, my lord.
As woman's love. Come, some music. For if the king likes not the comedy, why then belike he likes it not, Purdy. Come, some music. It is now the very wretched time of night. The churchyards yawn, and hell itself breathes out contagion to this world. Now I could drink hot blood and do such bitter business as the day would quake to look on.
My senses break. It smells to heaven. A brother's murder. Pray can I not? What if this cursed hand would think that I'd shout with brother's blood? Is there not rain enough from the sweet heavens to wash it white as snow? What form of prayer can serve my turn? Wretched state. Bosom black as death. Help, angels, make us save! Bow stubborn knees and heart with strings of steel be soft as sinews of the newborn babe, all may be well. My words fly up, my thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go.
Look you here. He will come straight. Tell his praise of it too broad to bear. I'll squash me even here, and to pray you be round with him.
Hear me not withdraw, I hear him coming. Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, thou hast my father much offended.
Come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go. You question with a wicked
Have
tongue.
you forgot me?
No. By the rude, not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and what it were not so, you are my mother.
Wait then, I'll set those to you that can speak.
Come. Sit you down. You shall not budge till I set you on the glass, where you may see the inmost part of
What
me.
wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me? Help!
What ho! Help!
A rat! There, for a ducat! There!
I'm slain!
I know not. Is it the king?
Oh, what a rash and bloody deed is this?
A bloody deed. Almost as bad. Good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother.
Let's kill a king.
Aye, lady, it was my word. Thou wretched, rash, intruding fool, farewell. I took thee for thy better. Leave wringing of your hands. Peace. Sit you down, and let me wring your heart, for so I shall, if it be made of penetrable
What
stuff.
have I done that thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty. Look here, upon this picture. Look, what a grace was seated in his brow. Hyperion's curls. The front of Jove himself. This was your husband. Look, you know what follows. This like a mildewy beard, blasting his wholesome brother. What judgment would step from this to this?
Thou turnest mine eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and grained spots as will not leave their
A
tint.
murderer! A villain! A vice of kings! A curse of the empire and the rule!
Words like daggers enter in mine ears, no more, sweet
A
Hamlet.
king of shreds and patches!
No more!
Other coloring with your wings, you not? What would your gracious figure?
Alas, he's
Do
mad!
not come to a tardy son to chime. The lapsed in time and passion, let's go by the important acting of your dread command.
Do not forget, this visitation is but to whet thy almost blunted purpose. But look, amazement on thy mother sits. Step between her and her fighting soul. Speak to her, Hamlet.
It is not madness that I have uttered. For this same Lord, I'll lug the guts into the neighbor room. Indeed, this counselor is most still, most secret, and most grave. Who was in life a foolish, prating knave. Good night, mother. And when you are desirous to be blessed, a blessing beg of you.
Oh my good Lord, what I have seen tonight!
What is it, sweet queen? How fares Hamlet?
Mad as the sea and wind! In his lawless fit, behind the arras hearing something stir, whips out his rapier, cries, "A rat, a rat!" And in this greenish apprehension kills the unseen good old man.
Indeed, it had been so with us had we been there. Where's he gone?
To draw apart the body he had killed.
Gertrude, this vile deed we must with all our majesty and skill both countenance and excuse. Come away. My soul is full of discord and dismay. Dangerous it is that this man goes loose.
Oh, thou vile king! Give me my father!
Tell me, Laertes, by thou lust and sense, let him go, Gertrude. Speak, man.
Where is my father?
Dead.
But not by him.
Let him demand his fill.
How can he dead? I'll not be juggled with down allegiance, vows to the blackest devil I dare, damnation. To this point I stand. I'll be revenged for my father.
Good Laertes, that I am guiltless of thy father's death and am most sensible and grieved for it, shall as level to your judgment pierce as day does to your eye. O if thou knewst our purposes, the present death of Hamlet. For like the hectic in my blood he ranges until I know 'tis done. However my haps, my joys were ne'er begun.
Dear sister, sweet Ophelia.
Lord, we know what we are, but know not what we may be.
Last sweet lady, what imports this song?
There's rosemary for remembrance, brave love remember. There's pansies for thought, there's fennel for you, and columbines. There's room for you, and some for me. I would give you some violets.
But they withered all when my father died.
Heat's dried my brains.
Lord, we know what we are, but know not what we may
Pity
be.
Ophelia.
I hope all will be well, we must be patient. But I cannot choose but weep to David, lay him in the cold ground. Come, my coach, good night, sweet ladies. Good night, good night, good night.
Do you see this? Oh God! So have I a noble father lost and a sister driven to desperate terms. But my revenge will come.
Break not your sleeps for that, good Laertes. You must not think that we are made of stuff so flat and dull that we can let our beard be shook with danger and think it pastime.
Let him come. It warms the very sickness in my heart that I shall live to tell him to the teeth, thus diest thou!
What would you undertake to show yourself your father's son?
To cut his throat.
Then should have no bounds, good Laertes. Will you do this? We'll bring you in fine together and wager on your heads. He, most generous and free from all contriving, will not peruse the foils, so that with ease, or with a little shuffling, you can choose a sword unblunted, and in passive practice, requite him for your father.
I will do it. And for that purpose, I'll anoint my sword. I bought an unction of the Montague. I'll touch my point with this contagion, that if I gall him slightly, it may be death.
And in your motion, when you are hot and dry, and he calls for a drink, I'll have prepared him a chalice for the nonce, whereon upon which sipping, if you by chance escape, your venom stuck, our purpose may hold there. How now, sweet queen?
One woe doth tread upon another's heel. Your sister's drowned, Laertes.
Drown.
There's a willow grows aslant a brook that shows his hoar leaves in the glassy stream. There with fantastic garlands did she come, of crowflowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples. There on the pendant boughs her cornet weeds when down her weedy trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide and mermaid-like a while they bore her up, which time she chanted snatches of old tunes as one incapable of her own distress. But long it could not be till that her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled the poor wretch from her melodious lay to muddy death.
Too much of water hast thou, poor field, and therefore I forbid my tears. Adieu, my lord. I have the speech of fire that fame would blaze.
I'm ready to take my fingers from my throat. For though I am not splendid in dangerous, which let thy wiseness fear. Hold off thy hair. Brothers could not with all their quantity of love make up my son. What would that do for her?
Oh, he is mad, lad.
Show me what thou do. Would weep, would fight, would fast, would tear thyself, would drink up isel, eat a crocodile, all do it. Dost thou come here to whine, to outface me all rags, as well as thou?
Mere madness, and thus a while the fit will work on
Hear
him.
you, sir. What is the reason that you use me thus? I loved you ever. But it is no matter. Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew, and the dog will have his day. Dost know this water flood?
Nay, good my lord.
My state is more gracious, but 'tis a vice to know it is.
Sweet lord, if your lordship were at leisure, I shall impart a thing to you from his majesty.
I shall receive it, sir, with all diligence of spirit.
My lord, his majesty bade me signify to you that he had laid a great wager on your head. Sir, this is the matter. Here is newly come to court Laertes, believe me, an absolute gentleman.
What imports the nomination of this gentleman?
Of Laertes?
Of him, sir.
Surely you're not ignorant of what excellence Laertes is.
I dare not confess that, lest I should compare with him in excellence.
I mean, sir, for his weapon. He's unfellowed.
Ah, what's his weapon?
Rapier and dagger.
That's two of his weapons, but well.
The king, sir, I think. Then a dozen passes between yourself and him. He shall not deceive you 3 hits. And it should come to immediate trial, if your lordship would vouchsafe the answer.
Let the foils be brought. The gentleman willing, and the king hold his purpose, I will win for him, and I can. If not, I will gain nothing but my shame and the odd hits.
Shall I redeliver you e'en so?
To this effect, sir, after what flourish your nature will.
I commend my duty to your lordship.
Oh, yours, yours.
You will lose this wager, my lord.
I do not think so. I've been in continual practice. I will win for him at the odds. But thou dost not think how ill all's here about my heart. But it is no matter.
Nay, good my lord. If your mind dislike anything, obey it. I will forestall their affair hither and say you are not fit.
To wit, we defy augury. There is a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be now, 'tis not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all. But I am sorry that to Laertes I forgot myself. For in the image of my cause, I see the portraiture of his. I'll court his favors.
Come, Hamlet. Come and take this hand from me.
Pardon me, sir. I've done you wrong, but pardon it as you are a gentleman. What I have done, I here proclaim, was madness. Was it Hamlet wronged Laertes? Never Hamlet. Who does it then? His madness. His madness is poor Hamlet's enemy. I have shot mine arrow o'er the house and hurt my brother.
I'm satisfied in nature, whose motive in this case should stir me most to my revenge. But in terms of honor, I stand aloof till I have found a voice to keep my name on board. But till that time I receive your offered love like love, will not wrong it.
I will receive it. I will this brother's wager frankly play. Give us the foils.
Send me the scoops of wine upon that table. If Hamlet make the first or second hit, the king shall drink to Hamlet's better breath. Come, begin. and judges their wary eye.
Come on, sir.
Come, my lord.
What? No! Judgment! A hint! A very palpable hint!
Well, again.
Stay, give me drink. Hamlet, this pearl is thine. Here's to thy health.
I'll play these vows first. Say goodbye a while. Come on, sir.
Another hint will save you!
Our son shall win.
He's scant of breath. Here, Hamlet, take my napkin, rub thy brows. The queen carouses to thy fortune.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord. I pray you pardon me.
Yes, a poisoned cup, I'm too late.
I dare not drink it, madam, I invite.
Come, let me wipe thy face.
My lord, I'll hit you now. Yet 'tis almost against my conscience.
Come! For the third, Laertes, pass with your best violent, you but dally.
Say you so. Come on.
Nothing neither way!
How about you now?
Come from there and say.
Nay, come again!
Look to the queen!
Lay up both sides, how is it, my
How
lord?
is it, Laertes?
That's the guilt of mine own treachery.
How does the queen?
She swoons to see them bleed.
No, no. The drink. My dear Hamlet. The drink. I am poisoned.
Villainy! Let the ghost be locked! Treachery, seek it out!
It is here. Hamlet, thou art slain. Indeed, there is not half an hour's life. The treacherous instrument is in thy hand, unblunted and envenomed. The king's to blame.
The point. In venom. Venom? To thy word!
Will you defend me from time with hurt?
Thou murderous! Incestuous! Damn it, dame, drink off this potion! Follow my mother! I follow thee, wretched queen, and you. Horatio, I am dead. Thou livest.
Never believe it. I am more an antique Roman than a Dane. Here's yet some liquor left.
Thou art a man, and give me the cup. Let go, by heaven. Oh God. Horatio, what a wounded name. Things standing thus unknown shall I leave behind me. If thou didst ever hold me in thy heart, absent thee from felicity a while, and in this harsh world draw thy breath in pain and to tell my story. Oh God, the potent poison quite overthrows my spirit. The rest is silent.
Now cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.
played Polonius, the Gravedigger, and Osric.
I'm Ken, and I play Play Queen and Ensemble.
I'm Lucas, and I played Horatio.
And Anthony, I played Laertes and the Player King.
Danny, I played Ophelia.
Can you give them another round of applause for being so
Right, do we have any questions to start us off? Any burning desires?
We have past lives.
Yeah.
Can't see anything.
Was there ever any issue, like, do you think we should include Rosencrantz and Guildenstern because of the time you just knew you couldn't include them?
The question was, did we ever consider putting Rosencrantz and Guildenstern back in the show? They're two characters we had to cut.
I think every time a cut was made, it was sad. So, I mean, like, we started with a 2-hour script and then like whittled it down from there. But I think every time, like, it's Hamlet, so it's all really, really good.
I think
So,
they were cut from the beginning, right?
yeah.
Our first read-through, there was already a hole.
I mean, their main function to keep the plot moving forward essentially is to just show another example of how Claudius has control and spy on everyone, basically. And we sort of show that still with Polonius and Laertes. So it doesn't seem that necessary in our.
As you took this into the schools, did the kids catch on pretty quick and handle the language and everything? Did they get it?
Oh my gosh, it was actually really cool bringing it to the schools because some of the elementary school students picked up on the language, like knew that Rosencrantz and Guildenstern were gone, asked us, there was a great question about the rapier and dagger that Laertes uses, and they're like, he didn't have both, why didn't he have both? They totally listened and engaged, and I think that, like, when we were getting that kind of response from the students, we were like, wow, we're really doing something by going to them, you know what I mean? Like, we're really bringing something new to them that they wouldn't have otherwise experienced, and they were engaged and excited. I think that, for me, was the best part of the whole show.
Well, their teachers then had prepped them, right? Or they had studied.
Some schools, some not.
I think we handed out, like, they made a packet. They gave it all the schools they could read beforehand. But yeah, I think that's all everything done.
Did that inspire some discussion about revenge among that age group?
A lot of schools surprisingly asked, like, was Hamlet really mad or was he faking it? Things like that. I guess, I don't know if those are things that they talked about with their teachers beforehand. And I don't know if there were so many questions about revenge specifically, but like the psychology behind it. Like, is he mad or not? Is Ophelia really killing herself or not? Like, people would ask really, like, crazily, like, psychological questions that I was really surprised about.
They did ask some questions like, why didn't you kill Claudius right away?
Any other questions? Yes, back there.
I found the addition of the music to be really inspired. Hamlet is a movie team with the guitar.
Yeah.
We did our music right there.
Yeah.
And that's our director sitting next to him.
Did you have a question?
Oh, first off, I wanted to say the spirit and innovation that you brought to this was really, really marvelous. And my question is, what are some things that happened that were unexpected or that are going to be a memory for you as you travel through and you perform?
There was one school we went to that had, you know how schools have like the bells that go off for class? This bell did not want to stop going off. 50-minute show and it went off 4 times. I don't know how short their classes are. So I'm doing the grave digger, like Horse on Mad Fellows, and the bell starts ringing. So I just start screaming to get over the bell. Everybody else paused for it. I'm like, I'm not, I'm just doing it.
It happened a couple times. Was it during like a really intense moment, like between me and Laertes or something?
When he stood up in the play within a place,
Yeah.
and went,
The most memorable for me was we performed in
in a church for some elementary schoolers, and doing the Claudius monologue had a whole different sort of feeling of actually being in a church and up by the altar. It's very different.
I think the most memorable parts for me were when I get to like go into the audience and talk to kids. Some of them are just like, they want to be like smart asses, and they're like, hey man, like let's talk, blah blah blah, and it's like really funny. But it was really fun to like play off that. Like there was this one kid who was particularly like in my face when I went up into the audience, and for Chameleon's dish, I eat the air. I just went, Chameleon's dish, I eat the air, and he like freaked out. Was terrified. And then he was like, from then on, it felt like he was engaged. I don't know. It's like really fun to interact with the specific kids, because that's when you're like, oh, are they engaged or not? Like, what can I like actually tell them? You know what I mean?
For me, it was actually the last performance. The kids were super close and they were elementary. And we always get like a rowdy response for like the play within the play scene. But this time, like as I was making out like with the puppet, I kept like they were screaming like, "That's disgusting!" Those are my favorite.
They all freaked out.
Yeah, a girl asked me to play kazoo at her birthday party. There and then there.
So I have a question about the performing under such time constraints. So your script is short, but also it's so fast-paced, and you guys seem like you didn't take a breath hardly anywhere. So how was that experience? Just acting under such a fast tempo, and like, were there moments where you're able to take some time, I guess?
I think the hardest part about that is figuring out like what's happening in between, because it's 25% of what the actual play is in terms of length. So like, obviously there's so much cut, so you have to figure out what is cut, so that you can like move on to the next part with it continuing to make sense, without just plowing through.